There is one question I get asked constantly throughout my entire collecting journey, and I'm going to share that question with you in today's video, and we're going to discuss it. Welcome to the very first episode of Collection Commentary. And as you can tell from the intro, today is a sort of informal discussion about a question that I get asked constantly throughout my entire collecting journey. And as I sort of discuss this question and why I always struggle to answer this question, I will be showing you various little bits of my collection as we go along. So the question that I get asked all the time is, what do you collect? Now, most people will have a very specific thing that they collect. I know a lot of people that collect Funko Pop vinyls. I actually watch a lot of YouTubers who collect retro video games. That's like a big thing. I very much collect bits and pieces from various different kind of things, which is why when I decided to make this channel, I couldn't really like give it a theme. At first I was thinking of maybe doing a Lego channel, because I buy a lot of Lego, but Lego videos, whilst I think I would enjoy making them, I don't always want to do a speed build of everything. I don't always want to have to sit down and find that time to build a set in one go, because I don't know if you've ever built a Lego modular building, but they take a very long time. But I also collect, well, I used to collect action figures. I used to collect tons and tons and tons of action figures. I haven't bought an action figure probably for maybe about 4 or 5 years. Mainly because I moved over to Lego. Lego is like my toy collecting thing now. Whereas I got into collecting Blu-Rays. That is really where my big collecting habit came from. And I think that sort of stemmed from my love of movies. I've always loved movies. I had a big VHS collection when I was a kid. Sadly, I don't have any of those VHS tapes anymore. I would love to get a VHS collection going again, but I don't have a VHS player. So it does seem a little bit redundant. Also, something I love about media is how the quality continues to improve. You know, I recently bought a 4K TV, so it'd be a bit weird watching a VHS tape on a 4K TV. But yeah, I collect Blu-Rays. That was like my big thing, and it started because I really like Blu-ray steelbooks. And I'll show you the Blu-ray steelbook cabinet in an overview. I've got loads of them. And then from collecting steelbooks came just collecting regular Blu-Rays, and as you'll see by my big IKEA unit, I've got tons of just regular Blu-Rays as well. And then I've got Blu-ray collector edition box sets, and you know, it sort of spiraled from there. That's where it started, with Blu-Rays. And the other thing that I used to collect, and I still do a bit, is classic Doctor Who DVDs, and I'll show you an example of that now. The magic of editing, right? Didn't even have to go and fumble my way over there. This is the range of classic Doctor Who DVDs. They've changed the cover art slightly over the years, except they've always kept this design as a reversible cover that you can have, except this is an earlier one, so it doesn't have that. It has a silver case. If you've never seen this story, by the way, The Deadly Assassin, this is one of my favourites. But yeah, I've got loads of these. I don't collect them as much anymore because I'm subscribed to BritBox, and BritBox has literally every classic Doctor Who story ever made. But yeah, but I always liked these. It tells you how long Tom Baker was the Doctor for. You know, really nice DVD. And that sort of spiraled into, you know, other Doctor Who collecting as well. A more recent example being the 50th anniversary collector's edition box set. This is really hard to get. Like, if you try and find this now, this is so expensive on the second-hand market. And they were all individually numbered. I don't know how many of these they made. But again, you know, I got into Doctor Who as a kid. I grew a real big passionate love for it. So naturally I collected a lot of things that were Doctor Who. I collected Doctor Who figures, Sonic Screwdriver toys, DVDs and Blu-rays. And an even more recent one, I got this for my birthday last year. This is the Doctor Who Time Lord Victorious Road to the Dark Times. So at the moment they're doing a Time Lord Victorious multimedia event, and this is just a collection of stories that are supposed to sort of lead up to that event storyline. I don't know how they do. It's a very random selection of episodes, but yeah. So that's, you know, that's when my collection started. It was DVDs, Blu-rays. Then, you know, I play video games. So I started getting really into gaming, and I played PS2 was my first big console. Before PS2, around my nan's, I had a Sega Mega Drive and a PlayStation 1. And then my first proper, like, this is my console was a PS2. And then I didn't go for the PS3, I went for the Xbox 360, and I still don't know why. And then I went to PS4, PS5, Nintendo Switch. I don't game as much as I used to, but I have built up a sizable game collection as well. So that's another thing that I would consider that I collect. And then in 2016, I got back into Lego, and I collect Lego quite avidly. So when people ask me, what do I collect? Generally, I'll say I collect a little bit of everything. I don't collect one thing. There are several things that I collect. That's easier than just saying, well, I collect Blu-rays, I collect 4K Ultra HD Blu-rays, I collect DVDs on occasion, I collect Lego, I collect video games on occasion. No one cares. When they ask me that question, they don't want my life story of collecting. But I've always just found it fascinating that that's a big question to ask people. And, you know, some people don't really understand what collecting is. Collecting often gets, you know, mixed up with the word hoarding, and they're very different things. And that is a topic that we will cover at a later date. But this has been Collection Commentary. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for Collection Corner, which will be on Saturday, I believe. So if you're new to the channel, I do videos every week. I do Collection Corner, Collection Commentary. Wednesdays and Saturdays are the days. If you're into collecting, you're into Lego, you're into nerdy stuff, please subscribe, hit that bell icon to get notified of any new videos, and I'll see you next time on Chris Collects.